Alright, cucks. We're in it for Death Stranding 2. Oh, how I love this game. If you know anything about all the videos I've already done on this, I've ranted and I've raged about this. Kojima screwing up, and I'm not really looking forward to anything that has to do with Death Stranding 2. It just looks like more nihilistic, existentialist, materialistic horse crap that we're getting with every single game that comes out nowadays. Everything's about, oh, you're gonna die, everyone's gonna die, ooh, there's no God, God's dead, Reddit atheist, Redditors win again.
Welcome.
And now we're just suffering through this freaking filth, this freaking nihilistic, depressive dog crap. We don't have heroic stories anymore, and I hate it. What's going on with the audio? The audio feels weird. Like there's a weird, there's a doubling effect on the audio.
No smoking, please.
What in the frick? Is this broken? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Pinocchio.
So you are Neil?
Okay, I'll be back. This is a different channel. Let's see if... I mean, it sounds normal, so... guess we'll just listen to it again. With actual proper audio. I'm here for a blowjob. Can you deliver?
Welcome. Have a seat.
Oh, you're a little bit old for my liking, but okay, well...
Over here, please.
So I unbuckle my pants right now, right? Or am I just supposed to stare at you?
No smoking, please.
Oh, what? Is there just a weird echo in it? Okay, well, whatever. Homosexual
So
nonsense.
you are Neil Varner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Your mom. I've been doing your mother lately. A little old for my liking, but what's up?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Something I noticed, Death Stranding 1 was completely disappointing as a game and a story. Something I noticed with Death Stranding 2 is that they're trying to introduce a buttload of more characters than we really need. Who knows what that's going to look like when we actually play the game. But it looks like they're just trying to dump us with like tons of characters. And why? I don't know, but where's the story going to go? We're throwing in all these random people into the narrative. We're acting like they all matter. We're acting like the audience cares. Listen, bro, I mean, none of this is like Metal Gear. Metal Gear was cool. There was sexy women in Metal Gear. In this, I don't know. Why would I buy this? Genuine question. More characters doesn't mean better. More people in your country doesn't make it better either, or more prosperous. Actually, in fact, it makes it worse. Just look at Africa and India.
Neil.
What?
My daughter. She's 20. Ragingly hot.
So you made it back.
Enormous breasts. You should date her.
Sorry.
She's desperate for a man.
You really don't remember me.
I think we're going through the era of where game directors, movie directors, I think they're going to start learning what makes people not purchase a product. And I think they're also learning what's going to make, they're learning now what makes people not want to waste their time with your product. That's what they're learning. They're learning that people are fed up, especially more and more as time goes on. They're going to learn, and they're currently learning, but you know, the realization is going to really settle in. Oh, these are the things that people don't care about. Oh, this is not what people are paying money for. Oh. I think it's really actually desperate and insulting and also pathetic that so many people, I think a lot of the shills for these games nowadays are just YouTubers. Obviously a lot of these games, they're not doing well financially. People are not, a lot of people with a lot of these games, a lot of people are not picking up and playing these games. A lot of these games are not being played. A lot of these games are not being purchased. A lot of these games, nobody cares. A lot of these games are being ignored, roughly speaking. A lot of the industry is being held up by BS, and that's really what's happening at the moment. At one point in time, the government was funding a lot of these woke games, and it might still be happening. I don't know. I'm going to guess it is still happening, but we don't know what that looks like moving forward. But regardless, a lot of these trash games, though, were being funded, and it's basically on the taxpayer dollar that we're incentivizing bad art. I think as time continues with a lot of these products, these people are going to learn that they are the definition of bad media, and they're going to learn exactly what it means that people do not care about every single idea that roams up in your head. A lot of the media coming out today is just mundane. The stories are not interesting. The characters are not interesting. The ideas are never interesting. There are scenes, characters, and scenarios. It just engulfs you with fascination and speculation and where's this going? Who are these people? What is happening? Like, it's literally only been 3 minutes and I want to know more, and I want to know why. We are going through an era of media where nobody cares. We're going through an era of media where people are like, whatever, bro. This is lame. This is gay. This is stupid. I'm not spending money for this. That's what we're going through now. These directors of movies and games are going to learn exactly what it means that people do not like what you're spitting out. They're going to learn. They're going to learn that the characters that you deliver to us are boring. The characters you're delivering to us, they're not attractive. They're not interesting. They're the side characters. You're trying to make games out of side characters. And it's not even that, but you could say that. Haha, teehee, funny joke. But just more specifically, like, this is just a nothing burger and nobody wants it. There's a time and place where we could pick up a lot of princess stories by Disney, they were made for girls and women. And those stories were interesting for both girls and men. Princess stories by Disney were cool at one point. They were good stories. They were timeless. There's a lot of stuff that used to be timeless, and even though it's made for its audience, everything's made for an audience. They knew how to draw fascination because their ideas and their characters and the people, they were attractive. The scenarios were fascinating. The narratives were just spectacular. And now today, we're not living through that anymore. Now today, we have bad stories, bad storytelling, bad characters. These people do not understand that they are the antithesis of the industry. The people who know what they're doing, you're not dumb. And the way that they made media was not in your image, it was in their own. And their image is what made things work. It pains me because I do my own writing, and my own books are 10 times greater than any of this fiction that's coming out today. And it amazes me every time I see these people who are just absolute hacks. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to make anything that people actually enjoy or desire. They don't know. And it's amazing to me to watch this. It's like, dang, you guys really are just that incompetent. And it's people like me that put you to shame. Because it's people like me that actually have good ideas. But somehow these people are getting hired to make trash art. And this is what we're tolerating through. It's just boring. It's just boring.
The girl.
I don't care.
You're alive.
Whatever. Whatever.
Stop.
I just don't care. I just don't care. See, this is pretentious art. You know, you're just acting like people are going to care. You're acting like these two random people having this weird interaction between the two. You're acting like it matters. No. It's so weird how media used to be so good and now it's just... I mean, so much of media today just feels like, please clap, please cry, please, my scene is sad. Somebody have emotional reaction to the scene. Be angry, please. Please react my way. What, is that it? No, that's not. No, that's not it. Weird. Alright, well, this is gameplay from the game. I think the trailer was supposed to keep going, but... I mean, yeah, so this is the game. I mean, it looks... maybe... I don't know. Dude, the original game was... just... nah. Pretty disappointing. Yeah, whatever. Empty game, again. Dude, the original game was empty. Like, it wasn't even a game. Like, you literally are signing up to just say, I'm a loser. I'm gonna play your game, I guess. Okay, cool graphics, bro. What's the game? It's just walking simulator again? Why is anyone buying this? Okay. Well, good for you. The graphics are great. Okay. I don't know. Okay. You know, the visuals of the bosses has always been pretty interesting with the first game. Some of those bosses were really fascinating to fight. It felt like the uncanny valley. Okay, so I guess you can climb up to there. I mean, okay, it's okay, but just like looking at it, but whatever. Yeah, I just don't know, man. Okay, so here's my issue. Yet again, another issue. And I've said this many times. Stories nowadays don't feel dangerous. Characters nowadays don't feel dangerous. I never feel like I'm on the edge of my seat like, oh, what's going to happen? I know exactly what's going to happen. These writers and these storytellers, they're not willing to do anything that actually... they always do things that are kind of cheap. They want the scene to be sad, so they're like, ah, frick, how do I get people to cry? Okay, well, we're just gonna blast her head off right here in this scene. And it's like, okay, I mean, you did that just that you did it because you had to. Right? You did it because you had to force a reaction out of the audience. You didn't do it because it's a story that's telling itself. That's not the reason why you did it. And I can always tell that these writers nowadays, they're just taking the safest route every time. The safest this, the safest that, safest dialogue, the safest outcomes of every story beat. It's never for, hey, we have a story, and the story is what exists beyond the characters. And whatever happens to the characters is just what happens, because that is where the story's going. No, it's all about, okay, we got to get the audience to feel a certain way, and certain characters, they are not allowed to die. I mean, you should have people that you're hiring for your project, and their character is only existing in like the first 2 seconds of the game. It's like, I thought that was the main character, and the writer tells you, yeah, we did too. It just turned out that the writer, it just turns out that the story told the writer, that character's not here anymore. And the guy that you paid to do a couple lines of dialogue, yeah, now we need a new guy. You know? You need to have dangerous stories and dangerous characters and dangerous storylines. You need that. Or else it's just not fascinating. And we need more N words. We need to drop more N slurs in stories as well. I mean, but not really. But you know, technically we could. The visuals are always weird, and like it kind of maybe gets you thinking a little bit, maybe sometimes, but okay. Uncanny Valley for sure. Oh, it's like a weird Cthulhian creature. Yeah, that's weird. So I mean, it is fascinating, but oh, this guy. Yeah, he's a weird, yeah, he's supposed to be like a weird snake-like character.
Divided, made whole. With a few sticks for encouragement. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent.
So, are we demonizing gun culture? What? Dude, there's something about Kojima now. He is just, frick. Okay, yeah, this is from previous trailers. All right, we're done here. All right, I mean, cool, I guess. Not really. We'll see what happens, man, with this game, but it's like, you know, I'm just always disappointed, and Kojima's nothing like he used to be, and clearly he was working with people that made him what he was at one point. Kojima has wacky ideas, maybe? I'll guess he does, at times. Or he likes weird, wacky-looking things, which is cool, but, you know, it doesn't go anywhere. Especially recently with Death Stranding, so we'll see what this game's all about. I don't have very high hopes for it, but it is supposed to be coming out sometime soon, so we'll see about it. Anyways, on to the next one.